Well, it's the night before we're going to take a little trip with this Jayco here. And I guess I'll back the truck up first of all. That way we can hook the new weight distribution hitch up that we got. We got what they call a B&W Continuum weight distributing hitch. Don't mind the backup alarm and the Power Wagon here. Drive on the grass a little bit. As you can see, my driveway is a little bit short. A little bit narrow anyway. There's a neighbor, he can't go on his grass. He'll freak out if you drive an inch on his grass. So we'll just take it nice and easy. The one thing I do like about this Dodge Ram is the backup camera is super clear and the guidelines are really good. And the best thing is it's got a zoom in mode so I can see exactly where I'm at least pretty similar, pretty close. As you can tell, my wife is I don't know what she's doing back there, but she's holding her hand up, but you can't see it in the screen. So that was funny. I did have to laugh when you were holding your hand up like this.
Oh, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything. So I was like, well, what is she doing exactly? So this is the hitch here, the Continuum, and what it is, it works on a hydraulic system. So you put it on there, you put your hitch on, you set your hitch height. It's actually really high. I figured it'd be lower than that, being that the truck is like lifted extremely. So we gotta raise it way up.
I think I almost got it.
And once we get it way up, then I just back it under there.
Mine's gonna have a weird thingy. I think we got it.
Are you confident with that?
I'm confident.
Okay, we're gonna watch this show now.
Oh, come on now.
We're gonna watch this show. All right, I'll let everybody. I'm gonna drive ahead a little bit here, straighten it out. All right, now we're gonna watch and see if she can direct. Okay, so she's going here. She's doing good. We can see her in the camera there. Now let's zoom it in. All right, zoom it in. Where we got? Okay, there we see the hitch. Now we're gonna go this, and then she's pointing in the hitch direction, and so let's see here. Let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. Well, we did pretty good. Now let's. It's on there.
Yep.
You gonna lower it or you gonna look at it? I guess she's just gonna look at it. That's fine.
Oh, no,
You can look at it if you want. What, it's not on there?
It's on there.
Oh, so what's the problem?
Nothing. It goes like this.
No, you can lower it down. You don't have to hook that ball all up and everything before you lower it down.
Oh, I can keep going.
Oh yeah, you can keep going till the jack comes off the ground. Otherwise, if you drive with the jack on the ground, it'll just drag and then it'll bend all over the highway. And you'll end up with a mangled jack by the time you get through.
There we go.
So this is how much weight we're putting on there. We're actually about, it's not too bad actually, we're about 800 pounds. We were 750 before it was loaded, but I'm gonna see where the, oh yeah, where the stops are way, we got like 3-4 inches before the stops even hit. So we're pretty good to go. This doesn't have a big weight capacity. The weight capacity on this truck is all up weight, I believe, is 1,384 pounds. It's got a towing capacity of like 12,000. But I think with us in there, the stuff in the truck, we're probably, and the tongue weight, we're probably sitting about 1,200 right now.
Yeah.
So
I feel we're gonna ride pretty light.
So basically what happens now is we
Thank you.
take these chains and we get them all the way here. And we take this off its little holder. Down a little bit.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
can get it off the holder.
I was prematurely raising it
Yeah,
up.
you were. You should have taken it off before.
Yeah.
So what we do is we just push this in here, and it locks into that little pin. And
Then
we
we
pull
take
this little pin out of here, and we shove this up all the way. And put it back in, something like that. Then, basically, when we get it chained up and everything here, then the only thing left to do. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it down through here and go this way,
Okay.
just like that. That way, it'll hold the hitch if anything happens.
That's a good idea.
Basically, anybody who's towed before, you're gonna know one thing. When you tow a 5, 6, 7,000 pound trailer and you lose your hitch ball, what's gonna happen is these chains are going to snap like wet noodles. So that's the reality of that. It's happened. It's happened. So that's how I know. The chains are never strong enough.
Yeah, you figure there's a lot of force on there when it comes whipping on.
Yeah, the chains are never strong enough to hold anything like that. So basically, what's going to happen now is I'll pump this up to kind of show you here. So you got this gauge on here, and this handle's supposed to extend out, but I don't need it. So what we do is we tighten this up, which it is tightened somehow, and then we pump this up. And if you watch the truck, it's going to level this out.
Oh yeah.
Once I get to about 1,500 psi, then the truck's leveled,
Yep.
and we're good to go. Now, without this, we actually towed this for about 30 miles
Yeah.
without any weight distribution on it at all. It was floaty.
Oh yeah. You
It
could
was-
feel it every bounce you went down the road.
It was floaty.
bouncy.
The steering was really, really light. Every bounce, it made
Train
it
tracks
double.
you could feel, and
Yeah, and once we put this hitch on here,
it was gone.
it took care of everything. There was
Yeah.
no bounce at all. The
Which-
steering returned to normal. And everybody always complained about the lack of height with this hitch, but look at where we're at. I mean, we're like, that's like a foot, over a foot
Yeah.
of clearance. Could be my truck, but plenty of height. That was one thing I was concerned about.
Yeah, because I think that's what you had said.
And the big advantage to this hitch is that it's light. It's like a total of like, I think it's less than 100 pounds. So, which is good for tongue weight because we don't have a lot of room for a lot of tongue weight. And we're pretty level. We measured it out, leveled it all out. And so we're pretty level. So then you just raise that up till you get to the little stopper there.
Almost there.
Yeah, that's good. We're good to go.
Yep.
So that's it. So then to release it, basically all you do is you turn this valve and you let the air out of it, and the hitch drops down, and you're done.
Yeah, okay.
You're done. I check it a couple times, when we're going down the road, but we drove about 100 miles with it, down the freeway and everywhere else, and it was good. It worked really well.
I really like how the hitch is kind of angled down, so it comes off and back on a lot easier than like the flat one. It just when it
because most of the weight hitches are angled like that.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can put shims in them, like the ones you have to set up. You have to put shims in them.
Got it.
But this is easily adjustable. Basically, it's got these little pins here, little hitch pins. So you just pull those, and it's so far it's a good setup.
Yep.
So we're going on about a 1,300-mile journey tomorrow.
We'll see who lives.
So far everything's worked pretty good. We found a little leak in the plumbing in the shower, so we had to repair that. We just moved it and adjusted a little bit. We were going to change the shower valve, but we couldn't do it because the one we bought didn't fit. So we're gonna head out tomorrow morning, and then I guess we'll be in for some real pain.
We'll see how
I'm gonna document Angie's journey of backing us up, and I told her she could drive if she wanted, but she opted for the backup. So we're gonna see if she puts her hand out of camera view or in camera view where she stands. This is gonna be the typical wife.
Well, I know I have to be over
the
here.
RV.
I have to be over here so you can see me. So that's the main thing. I'm gonna walk around the perimeter and check each side, and then I can back you up knowing where we're going.
We'll find
Goals, man, goals.
We'll see.
I'm booking the places, so most of them are going to be pull-throughs.
We'll
Just
see.
saying.
We'll see. Yeah, she's telling me, yeah, I got a 50-foot RV with 2 tow behinds, and it's 18 feet wide, so I need all this room.
I do.
There'll be no backing up when you're in charge. Is that what it goes?
Exactly. And
Okay.
plan ahead.
So tomorrow morning.
Wish us luck.
Sunday morning.
Of course, it's raining.
Look at the sky. It's raining today. Why'd you make it rain, Angie?
I don't know. I did my rain dance this morning, and here we are.
So we've got everything checked out here. The weight hitch is pumped up. We had to wait for about 10 minutes, and then I had to repump it up.
Yep.
So we got all the wheel chocks out.
Angie learned how to wheel chock.
Angie learned how to wheel chock. I managed to disconnect the power cord because she used the strength of 20 gorillas to put it in.
It's an important thing. You don't want it to slip out.
I had no idea how it goes in there because the other one is just fixed on our RV. And apparently you put it in, turn it, and then you screw in the ring. I couldn't get the ring off. And I'm thinking, well, it's got to pull out. Oh, I go, how'd you put that in there? She goes, well, you put it in, and then you twist it, then you screw the ring in. I go, do you screw it in with the strength of 20 gorillas? And she's like, yeah, you do. I called in the whole crew of them, and
I did, because otherwise, you know what happened? He'd walk by it and it would jump out. He'd be like, well, can't you put a cord in?
And now,
it would be.
So what she'd rather have me do is say, why'd you put it in so tight? I mean, what's wrong with you? I don't know how she can, okay. So we can move a piece of furniture, okay? And this furniture can be like 10 pounds. And she'll be like, oh, this is so heavy. I can hardly lift it. And then she does something like that, where her strength outdoes me by 200%. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just lightly put it in. I used a feather to turn it in.
Exactly.
So this is how we're starting. We're starting rain and depleted strength for me. So I actually have to drive today.
I might have to give you some donuts to get going.
we might have to get some tasty cakes along the way. So okay, so we're headed out. Hopefully the rain's going to clear. I looked at the radar and looks like it's clearing out.
We did bring a rain jacket. It's about rain shoes.
We got it all. I didn't bring rain shoes, but I got a rain jacket. We got these WeatherTech mats for the truck because we knew going in and out of these RV parks is a mess, especially if it rains. It is just muddy. It is just muddy. So, okay, so we'll get out of the rain here. And I got I got my Furrion camera. I got a USB adapter for it, which works okay instead of using the cigarette lighter, because I use the cigarette lighter for my radar detector because I do like to speed when I'm driving a 8,500 pound travel trailer. I like to go as fast as humanly possible. So, just kidding, by the way. So I'm going to plug this into here, and it should take some power from here. Angie's got some allergies today. So the dealer sold us the 5-inch one, and unfortunately, they have a 7-inch monitor.
Yeah.
And being that I have like one good eye, the 7-inch monitor would have been really, really nice. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. And not only that, but they overcharged us like $300 for this. I went on Amazon the other day and looked at them. We paid almost $1,000, and they were selling on Amazon for a little over $600.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Humma.
So that wasn't very nice of them. But I guess. Okay, so the best place to put this, I don't know.
We don't know yet.
I have no idea. Probably, I'm thinking probably right here. I don't want it to block my radar detector because I need that, like I said. I'm driving
Like a
wild and
madman?
crazy, like a madman. Yeah, that'd be okay. See, the whole thing on this is that you can go to the left or the right. That's a nice view. Or the rear. And you can do all three of them somehow. I think you push this. Oh, view wall. Well, the view wall would be nice going down the road. But it only stays there for probably 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it reverts back. At least it did before. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there it goes. And then it starts scrolling through them all, I believe.
So that way it'll confuse you.
Yeah.
We didn't get the tire pressure monitor. Well, actually, the tire pressure monitor is apparently on these.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I don't know if we need another module, but people online said that you didn't because the little caps had. But I tried to bind them.
No.
And they don't bind. And everybody said that you can't really get a consistent signal from inside the vehicle anyway.
Yeah.
Which is what we had. We had the tire binder.
Yep.
System, which was actually pretty expensive. I think it was like $500.
Oh, it was. It was really expensive.
And we had that for our motorhome. And what would happen is the sensors would lose connection, and then it would give you an alert.
Yeah. So
every 10 minutes you're getting an alert, and you're just like, what? So then you pick up your phone, and you're just like, oh, sensor lost connection. Or it wouldn't read accurate.
Yeah.
And it was doing that all the time.
All the time, so we finally got rid of it.
Yeah, we just got rid of it.
Because it was like the first time, especially, you're driving down the road, all of a sudden your tire pressure monitor goes whoop, whoop, whoop. You're like, holy cow, what's going on?
So we just said, you know what? I'll know when the tire pressure is low, when the tire blows out, and I got to stop and change it. So,
yeah.
What do you do? Okay, so we're off. Well, we're at our first stop here, getting fuel. Angie picked this one. As you can tell, there's barely enough room to get this travel trailer in here. We ran over a few curbs getting in. We ran into about a couple cars. So this was her pick. She went in here and said, "This is the biggest." We actually waited to get to this one because it was the biggest one in the whole area.
Well, I thought
it had so much room, and we just passed a Love's. We just passed a big truck stop, and this is apparently what it was. Like, I can look at that and say there's no room to pull 50 foot of travel trailer through that little area there. And she said, no, this had plenty of room. It showed something different on the satellite map.
Well, it looks
and
like
so
a lot
I'm
of
looking
room.
on the satellite map, and I'm thinking, it doesn't show anything different. And of course, they got a nice pump here that is just shutting off, and of course, charging us $3.79 for a gallon of gas, which is almost $1 more than we paid at the last stop that we were at. otherwise, we're plugging along on the road and getting about 8.5 miles to a gallon. So no problems. Nothing has flown off of the RV up to this point. So we've just had gas station troubles. So
Yeah.
navigational troubles, we'll call them.
Yeah. I'll get better.
So this is $93 to fill this up. $93. 25 gallons. Driven for about 3 hours, I think. So, better than I expected. I thought we'd get about 7 miles to a gallon, so we're at least getting 8.5. So, we're doing good. We'll keep going. Well, we made it to the Grayville KOA holiday. Angie drove part of the way. Got gas one more time. And we drove in here. There's, of course, water and mud everywhere. Fortunately, Angie managed to hit every mud puddle and water feature on the way in.
We're at number 31. So
Okay.
Go all the way. You don't know where that is.
Number 31.
So we're going to drive down.
I'll take a guess.
Down straight over here. Go to your left there.
And I'll try and do this with hitting as few potholes as possible.
I wasn't paying attention there.
I know you weren't. You were concerned about just getting the vehicle into the
Swing wide, and we're going to go down here. This first turn here. So we're going to swing wide and go down here.
Swing wide. In other words, don't hit their nice rock landscaping.
Yes. And then we're number 31, which is all the way down to the end.
Sorry about the seatbelt thing. It's just as irritating for us as it is for everybody else. Unfortunately, the government feels they need to mandate that. I guess I could put my seatbelt on, but that would
so slow,
that would take all the fun out of it. Okay. Well, they've improved this. We've stayed here before.
31 is the end one.
Now they have drain marks on everything.
What's this one right here?
Okay.
Let me hop out and make sure we're clear everywhere.
We should be clear because
It's meant for this.
I am not going to hit the drains. I don't know. I always wondered why they had rocks stacked up all in here, but apparently there's drains because it rains a lot here. Every time we've been here, it's always stormed. Oh, look, they have a whole new area back there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on my, look at this cool little thing that I have here. Pitch and roll. So that's the advantage of the Power Wagon. They give you the pitch and roll.
Let me go over here.
So you kind of see we're at pitch, but the
sewer hose is way up here.
okay.
There's
So the
water,
sewer hose is
power,
way up
sewer.
here. All
Way up
right.
here.
So it looks like that pad is pretty level there. And we'll see if Angie tells me to stop.
Pretty good, because otherwise we're going to go on.
Oh, I was waiting for you to tell me where to stop.
Oh, I was just trying to get us close because we're still way back here by power, but we're fine.
Okay. Well, we've got the pitch is 0 and the roll is 1 degree. So, what we're going to do here is I have this neat little thing on my phone
What's our levelers say?
where we just select the device and we're done, and it tells us where we're at. We're about a half inch, we're only about a half inch off. So driver's side a half inch low. We are pitched, of course, way too high, so we will have to unhook, unfortunately.
like the restaurant is closed.
Oh, the restaurant's closed? Really? So we stopped here specifically because they had a restaurant that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And they said it was open on Sunday, so we actually left a couple days early. So we had a place to eat, and we didn't bring any food with us, of course. So here we are, having to drive an hour back to get something to eat. So I guess
There was that gas station. I get you a sandwich with a sushi there.
Yeah, I could eat sandwich. That's fine. So we have to completely unhook, take everything off, and
we can back off. It's just I didn't want to get both sewer lines out. I figured we're going to be about the max for that one as is.
or we can also go forward more if we want.
We won't go on the road.
No, we've got probably 4 feet, 5 feet out here. I mean, because we can park either
Because we're unhooking.
ahead or behind it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We can
it probably doesn't matter too much about pulling it a little further ahead. Well, I don't know. We're kind of in the road, but we can park behind it. But then we've got to
be in the road
back
to
up.
hook up.
Well, I guess we got to back up in the morning anyway. So I don't think we need to worry about the side to side
Okay.
because we're only a half inch.
All right.
If we have a door, yeah, we'll just park behind us then. Yeah. So we'll do that. Okay. So we just have to worry about the pitch. So, but we'll want to chalk our tires, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The right way? Is Andy going to show everyone how to? I can talk right there.
Look at that pothole she hit. Yeah, she's gonna put the wheel chocks in the correct location here.
Yes, I learned.
So she decided that she's gonna put them one in front of the tire and one behind the tire, rather than both of them only in one direction.
Because I didn't think it was gonna roll forward. He's like, "What about wind?" I'm like, "I didn't think of wind."
You didn't want to think of wind, that's why. Now we're only 3.5 inches off. So that's not too bad. Okay, so we're 3.5 inches off here. So we'll put this on here and we will lower it down a bit. Oh, no, it's actually got to raise up more. Until we're zero. That's a long jack. That's a long jack. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that, but apparently that's pretty level. Seems to me the last time we were here with the Class A, we had a huge step down. I mean, there was a huge, because the door's in the front, there was a huge step down. Like you'd get out of the step and you'd have to go down like a foot or 1.5 feet. So that's tall.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So, well, I guess we'll see if the jack is sturdy. If the jack collapses on us in the night, if we get a heavy wind, well, then we'll have to go get a new jack and go from there. All right, well, off to the gas station for some food.